So if you're watching this, you're probably feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or burnt out, and this has caused you to become lazy and demotivated. First of all, I want to tell you it's completely normal to feel the way you do. Life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes you have stuff to do and you cannot take a day off, and you need to figure out how you can be productive while you're feeling this way. So in this video, I will give you some tips that have helped me before when I was in your position. And hopefully after you've watched this video, you feel refreshed and ready to take on your responsibilities while feeling calm and peaceful while you tackle those responsibilities. My first piece of advice is very common, but very true. Think about the worst case scenario. What is the worst possible thing that can happen? Would that be the end of the world? Let's say you're studying for a test and your semester mark is not looking that great, so you know you need to do well for this next test. And this is making you feel completely overwhelmed. But what is the worst thing that can happen? Okay, so you fail the test. Does that mean there's no more hope left for you? Does that mean in 10 years your life is guaranteed to be horrible? That you will never find a job? You will never find the opportunity to study again? Try to put things in perspective. Next, I want you to be realistic with your goals. Make your goals more manageable when you feel this way. And I know you want to succeed, but sometimes we need to take a step back and break the big task into little tasks so it feels more manageable. So if you planned on finishing a project at work today, rather than thinking, I need to finish this project today, think I need to finish this page within an hour. Think of a small segment of the task that you need to finish and only focus on that. Once you've completed that, then move on to the next section. It's like the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Sometimes we also set too high standards for ourselves and we fall into the comparison trap. But remember, you didn't fail just because you didn't reach your super high standards. Maybe it's time to be less hard on yourself. Which brings us to our next tip, which is give yourself permission to fail. It's okay to fail. Everyone fails every now and again. You can't expect yourself to be perfect because you are not perfect. I'm not saying that in a mean way. No one is perfect. Allow yourself to be beautifully imperfect. See the beauty in your failures and see that will make you who you are. That's part of what develops your character. And the mistake you make now might help you in the future, or you might realize in the future that was meant to be, and if you did not make that mistake, you'd be worse off now. So allow yourself to fail every now and again. There's nothing wrong with failure. In fact, if you never fail in your life, you're not taking enough chances. Use positive instead of negative self-talk. Give yourself positive reinforcement. So for example, if you plan to finish a task within an hour, and you finish within an hour and a half. Instead of telling yourself, I failed because I didn't finish it as soon as I thought I would, rather think to yourself, yes, I finished that task. Imagine how you would feel about someone who talked to you the way you talk to yourself. I don't think you'd like that person very much. Take notes of how you speak to yourself. Imagine Jamie Jameson is talking to you like that. You would think Jamie is a huge asshole. So start being your own friend and not your own enemy. Also avoid comparisons. So if you see someone else achieving more than you, rather than thinking that you failed because you did not achieve that, or judging that person thinking they don't deserve it, feel proud of that person and think, wow, if they could do it, I could surely do it. Just be more positive. The next tip changed my mindset completely when I heard it. If you have a tendency to be a bit of a perfectionist and judge things you do even though they're actually fine, this quote is for you. Rather done than perfect. Rather finish something and it's maybe a 7 out of 10 instead of pushing yourself to get a 10 out of 10, but because you're so hard on yourself, you never complete it. That's how I felt about this channel. I have wanted to start this channel for 3 years, and every time I would start or film a video, I would think it's not good enough because it's not perfect. But then I realized it's better to put out something because done maybe means 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. But if it's not finished because it's not perfect, it's 0 out of 10. Done is better than perfect. Learn to say no. we go through stages of learning and unlearning this one. Setting boundaries. If you know you're already feeling overwhelmed and someone else asks you for your help, have the courage to say, sorry, I can't help you at this stage, my plate is a bit full. Or even if they want you to help you in your free time is your free time, and maybe that's the only free time you have. There's nothing wrong with telling them that you're busy that time, even if being busy means reading your book or watching TV. You can schedule a meeting with yourself. You can say, sorry, I've got a meeting at that time. That meeting is with yourself. They don't have to know. Prioritize yourself. If you scheduled a visit with your friend who is feeling overwhelmed in that time, you would have told someone, sorry, I can't, I'm visiting a friend. So why can't you visit yourself? Why can't you care for yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed? I also want to encourage you to start journaling. It has changed my life and it's so good to reflect. So make a list of all the things you've achieved in the past month. Then make a list of the things you want to achieve the next month. But be realistic. Don't put too much pressure on yourself so that next month you can see how much of it you have achieved. You're actually killing it. Stop doubting yourself that much. I also love writing down every day 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I have control over, and my top 3 goals of the day. We all know that it's important to be aware of the things we're grateful for. It makes you realize you actually have a lot to be thankful for. Then the control list, oh my goodness, works like a bomb. It reminds me of that quote, there's no use in worrying. If you can change it, change it. If you can't, don't worry about it. So with my control list, I remind myself of things like that I'm in control of my behavior, but I'm not in control of my emotions. Emotions come to you. You have some control over it, but you don't have complete control over it. But you have control of your behaviors and how you treat that emotion. Being aware of what you have control over helps you realize how powerful and influential you are to your own life. And lastly, giving yourself 3 priorities for the day is the perfect mixture of putting pressure on yourself, but also removing pressure from yourself. Because you give yourself 3 big things that you need to accomplish that day. We tend to make to-do lists that are not realistic at all, with 10, 20 things on it. But having 3 main goals for the day, that's way more realistic. And usually then you will put the things on your list that are priority, things that need to be done, instead of doing all the little tasks to procrastinate on doing the big task. I just want to remind you to slow down. Take a deep breath. Go make yourself a cup of tea. Go sit outside. Maybe go for a walk. Feeling overwhelmed and burnt out might mean that you're not giving your brain a chance to process. I love technology and social media, but like anything, too much of it can be super harmful to you. You wake up, you're on your phone. You take a break at work, you're on your phone. You arrive at home, you watch TV. After you watch TV, you're on your phone in your bed. This way of living means that our brain never gets a chance to process the day and process your emotions and your stresses. So just allow yourself to slow down a bit, to sit down and be with your thoughts and reflect on your day, reflect on how you're feeling. Maybe that will also help you gain perspective on your situation. You can also slow down by meditating, doing yoga, or walking around for a bit. I also just want to bring to your attention that if this feeling persists for more than a month, you might want to see a medical professional to be treated for depression, anxiety, even if it's just temporary burnout. It can also be physical illnesses such as diabetes, anemia. If it persists, it's your body's warning light. So make sure to take care of yourself. If you feel that you did not really relate to this video and you're feeling lazy, more because you feel tired or you're waiting for motivation to come your way, you're maybe a bit hungover, you're not getting enough sleep, that kind of laziness, I've got another video for you, and I'll leave a link down below for you to watch that video. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and maybe think of subscribing for more content like this. But that is all from me for now. But that is all from me. Bye!